and welcome back to Cat's Clinics. Let me share my screen and we'll pick up where we left off last time. Okay, this is how the layout looked when we last worked with it in Designer. We have all of our trackage in. We have labels for our towns and our control points, and we have some icons for stations. Let's take a look and see what it looks like in CATS. Wow, that's not what we were expecting, is it? All we have are some labels, some icons, and no track except for track that was next to a station icon. Not at all what we wanted, but happens to be exactly what I expected. And we're going to go back to Designer and we're going to fix that. All right. For track to properly display in CATS, every track segment has to be named. Also, every turnout has to have a default route. Anything that is showing in red is not properly defined for display in CATS. Right now, all of our trackage is one big block. I can name it by going to any end, going under Details, to Track Ends, and I'll get this screen. I can create a boundary on the end, saying that that's the left side of the layout, define a block, and this window will come up, and I need to give the block a name. I'm going to call it All Track because right now we do not have blocks defined, and we're going to be moving towards CTC. We'll discuss the signal discipline later, but for now, I'm just picking CTC. I can then accept it and accept that, and all of our track has now gone a gray color, except for the turnouts. So on the turnouts, if we select one of them, we can see we've got a point at the left edge, and we've got a track diverging to the top, and we have a normal track going to the right. Once again, we go back to Track Ends, and we get this window where we can specify the edges, and we can make block boundaries, which we're going to visit in the next section. But right now, we need to define switch points. We click on Define Switch Points. We get this window, and you see it automatically determined that our points send a track to the right and to the top. One of those has to have the normal route selected. In this case, it's going to the right. So we select the normal route, we accept, and now we've got a gray turnout. I'll do another one here. Here we have track going to the left and to the top. We select Track Ends, define switch points, and our default route is to the left. We accept, and it goes gray. I'll go ahead and switch all the others, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I now have all of the switch points defined for a default route, and the track is all under one block name, so everything appears in a gray color right now. There could be different colors depending on the type of dispatching method that you indicated. If you'll recall, I selected CTC, but I have not yet assigned detection sensors. So right now it is showing as gray. Always remember to save your project. And let's go take a look at it in CATS. There we go. That looks much, much better. We can stretch this window. You'll see that all of our labels are now fully apparent, whereas before they were truncated on either side. All of our track appears in gray. And you'll see the icons for the turnouts show their default routes. So they're all set to normal right now, and there's a little gap at the diverging section. Later on, when we get into operations, you'll see that when you actually click on a point, it'll throw that point when we have a decoder designated for that particular turnout, and it'll change the icon so that it's connected on the diverging route, and there'll be a break on the normal route. So for now, this is our diagram. And when we come back, we will start talking about creating block segments. Thank you.